Hello everybody and welcome to the channel today. I wanted to speculate on the future of Jim in the TV show From. Is he actually dead or not? Let's discuss it. So we know Jim met his very unfortunate end by the hands of the man in yellow at the end of season 3. His death also came at the worst time for him. It happens right after when Tabitha tells him off and that she wants to process all of the information that she just learned about her child and things like that. A lot happened to Jade, Tabitha, and Jim before they died. They were all trying to figure out what's inside of those bottles of the tree, and also they learned that Jade and Tabitha in the past or a previous cycle had a child together that was sacrificed to the entity. And the main reason I'm making this video is because after all that, Jim really never got to resolve the main problems that he had with him and his family, and he kind of just gets killed before any of that could happen. It really all started to fall apart for him when Tabitha was gone for that little bit in season 3. Ethan and Julie kind of started to drift away from Jim because he really rarely spoke to them and was not trying to in the first place. But all of them were a little bit hurt that Tabitha was gone because they all thought that she could have been dead. So a lot was happening during that time as well. And even before they entered the town, we knew that their marriage was not really in the great spot either. Honestly, their whole family kind of was falling apart. But they said that this trip that they were going on before they got caught into the town was like a last hurrah for their marriage to see if they can pull it together. And it looks like that didn't really happen for them, and they really have no closure for it either because Jim is now dead. And I know there have been a lot of characters in this show that have died and haven't returned, but there are some that have died and came back, even if it's not really them. So how could he come back if he died at the very end of season 3? Well, my first example would be something along the lines of like the ghost that Boyd sees of Father Khatri, if we can say ghost. But after Father Khatri died, he started to show up again, but it was only in Boyd's mind. And I think Boyd just thinks that he's going crazy, or maybe he thinks that he is talking to himself. But I personally think it is something from the town messing with Boyd to try to get him to stray from the right path, because every time we see Boyd having to make a important decision for like the townspeople, Khatri is always trying to be the person on his shoulder to make him not do the right choice. Like he's always trying to get him to choose the opposite of whatever Boyd is trying to do. And I'm thinking that this maybe could happen with Jim and the Matthews family, or maybe just one of them. If it was just one of them, it probably would be Tabitha, because Julie can time travel to see him, but we'll get into that a little bit later. And if that does happen, I don't think it will be Jim. It probably will be a situation like Father Khatri, where I personally think that it's something using his face as like a disguise to get Boyd to tell him his secrets and stuff like that. It honestly could be the same exact thing or something different of the same creature. We still don't really know how many creatures are going to be in this show. We keep getting the hints from Randall and Martin about there being scarier things out there, but we really haven't seen any of it just yet. Maybe in season 4 though. But as for Julie saving him, I don't think that will happen. We will probably see her trying throughout the season in season 4 to save him, but as Ethan said, storywalkers aren't able to change a story once it's written, so she will definitely fail all the times trying to save Jim. But maybe they will give her some type of special unique ability that she can only be the one that is able to change stories. We'll have to see. But I do think eventually that she will have to accept the fact that Jim is gone and just move on. And that is going to be a little bit rough to see because, like I said, Jim didn't really get to resolve any of the issues that he was having towards the end of his run there in season 3. So I'm excited to see what they do with this character, even if it's nothing because he's dead. And we'll probably see some scenes of Julie just like chilling with Jim because, she can time travel. And so she'll probably just be hanging out with him or talking to him before that moment comes where the man in yellow comes and kills him. And that might be happening a lot throughout season 4 because she might just get to the point to where she realizes that it can't be done. But also, why was Jim targeted by the man in yellow in the first place? Because if he has this crazy power, why did he choose to spawn in front of Julie and Jim instead of Jade and Tabitha and take them out? Because they're the ones that actually have the information to break this curse or whatever it could be on the town. But I'm guessing the reason why he was targeted because the man in yellow might just be taking out the people in the town that are kind of just like excess, that don't really need to be there. And the people in the town that I'm thinking are like that, including Jim, are probably like Boyd and Ellis and some other people that don't really have a direct connection to the town, like we see with Abby and Tabitha and Jade and Miranda as well. So the man in yellow could be taking them out to switch up the rules of the game. Like we hear the boy in white say that the rules are changing. So we don't really know what that means just yet, but it could mean anything. We'll have to see in season 4. But I definitely don't think that we have seen the last of Jim, and we may be getting some of his best moments going forward. And I know this character gets a lot of hate from the community because of how his character has been written in season 2 and 3, but Jim is one of my favorite characters. He has been doing a lot of the things that I would have tried to do to escape the town, at least, especially what he done in season 1. And I completely understand why he stopped trying to escape, because every single chance that he did, he would just get completely obliterated by the town, or someone in his family would get hurt, or even the townspeople as well. But what are your thoughts on Jim and his future, or how do you feel about his death? And I think it happened at the worst time, because it was just when his character was coming back, especially after that talk he had with Henry. But I wanted to say thank you all for watching this one, and if you don't mind to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Goodbye everyone.